Thank you everyone for joining us for our webinar. This one is kind of a special edition because we're actually going to be debuting a new Fishbowl product, Document Assembly.
Hello everybody. So here I am in WebCenter on the standard homepage, and I want to make a new manual. This manual profile is set up with the component to be an assembled document. And as you can see, the place where you normally would have the primary file and alternate file has been replaced with these settings for creating an assembled document. If I click the select button, it brings up a search dialog. This is the same standard search that you're probably used to in WebCenter. So I can search for anything I want. Hit search, and that will bring back my results. From here, you can select individual documents or go up here and click select all to select everything. Still deselect stuff if you want, and then click add selected. That will add everything that was selected to the list of items to be included in the manual. From here, you can also reorder items. So if I want to move this frequently asked questions to the top, I can move that up, and I can also remove items. You also have checkboxes here to decide whether you want to include a cover page and table of contents. And from here, it's treated just like a standard item in WebCenter. So you can add whatever metadata you have configured. Like here, I'll add department region, give it a title, and then click check-in. At this point, the document assembly component goes and grabs the web viewable version of every item that I selected before and compiles them together into one PDF along with a cover page and table of contents. If I take a look at that PDF, you can see here's the cover page with the title I gave and the release date, along with two images that are configurable. I'll show the configuration page for this a bit later. You can also see the table of contents here. And like Chris mentioned, these are clickable links. So if I click on any of these, it will jump directly to that spot in the manual. If I want to make changes to the manual, there are a couple options. You can click this View Assembled Document Contents link down here, or you can go up to Content Actions, and you have a couple options here. This Republish Assembled Document action lets you instantly recreate the manual. In the case where you maybe change the title and you need to recreate the cover page to be updated, you can manually trigger a republish here. Or you can click this to go to the Assembled Document Contents page, which is what we're going to do now. So this list shows every item included in this assembled document, as well as some actions to edit the document. You can add documents to this list link over here. I'm going to add an overview item, just like the same search dialog from before. Add documents in the same way. And you can see now that I've made changes to this assembled document, it has automatically put the assembled document into edit mode. This checks the document out under my name and prevents anyone else from making any changes to it while I'm editing it. Starting at the left on this table, this column lets you reorder documents just by dragging and dropping. So I want to move that overview up to the top. This column lets you change the indentation of each item within the table of contents. You can see the indentation is also displayed in the title column here to give you a preview of how it will look. On the right side here are a couple actions. The trash icon, as you can probably guess, lets you remove items from the assembled document. The eye brings you to the content info page for each individual item. So now we're on the page for the frequently asked questions item included in this manual. And you can see there's this assembled document information table. This shows all assembled documents in the system that include this individual item. You can also click over here to show old revisions as well, which could be useful to let you know if an item used to be in a manual but isn't anymore. So let's get back to our assembled documents. I'm going to do a quick search to get back to it. And you can see for manuals in this search results, there is this icon here, which will take me directly to that assembled document contents page from before. So now that I'm done making changes, I'll click Finish and Publish, and that will automatically check the document back in, and Document Assembly will once again grab every item and create the manual once again. So if I go back to the content information page, you can see that a new revision has been checked in. And if I take a look at the manual now, looking at the table of contents, you can see my changes have been made. The overview has been added, and you can see the indentation in the table of contents as well. That's all there is to creating and editing assembled documents using this component. It's very simple, and you never have to leave WebCenter or download all the files and deal with all of those issues that Sabrina and Chris talked about. I'm going to quickly show the configuration for this component. Through the Fishbowl tools, you can see the Document Assembly Administration menu, and here we have a couple different pages. This assembled document configuration page lets you determine which items in the system Document Assembly will treat as assembled documents. So as I showed before, this manual profile brought me to those assembled document options on check-in. This page is where you configure those options. And you can also set up multiple values for your indicator field. The other configuration page is the cover page configuration. From here, you have the ability to choose content items in WebCenter for both the main image and the footer image. And clicking select brings up that same search dialog again to let you easily find the items. You also have the option to change some of the image size options as well as positioning for margins. And as one last thing, I'm going to quickly show how some of these things look within Control Center. So if I jump over to Control Center here, you can see this in this latest releases widget, the emergency response manual is right at the top here. If I click the content info page, you can see there's an assembled document contents tab. And this shows that same table that was shown on the assembled document contents page from within WebCenter. The same actions are all here: reordering, changing the indents, removing items, adding documents. All the same functionality is within Control Center. And I believe that will wrap it up for the demo.
Thanks for joining.